Hello friends, welcome to the 36th episode of Learning Excel Macros. In this video we'll learn how to understand the code written by record macro. Let's go. There are two ways to record a macro. First, we have the developer tab here and a record macro button in this code tab, and other is here. This on the status bar of Excel we have an icon showing the status of macro recording. Currently we saying that no macros are currently recording. Click to begin the recording. Let's do it. Here we can write the name of the macro, which is I name in which we can give any name, say my macro. Where you want to store in this workbook to give this a description, that is recorded by to remind us, this is to remind us that this macro was recorded by the record macro button. Okay, press the OK button. Name is incorrect. My macro. Let's correct this name. My macro. Okay. Now the status is showing that a macro is currently recording. It means that each step we perform will be recorded. Either we are typing or we are doing some commands, or let's try by doing a simple operation. We write a value in cell A1. Let's say it is 25. Enter. Now we have written a value 25 in cell A1, which is recorded in the macro. Let's stop the macro recording. Now, as you see that we have put a value in cell A1, which is recorded by the macro. And how can we see the recorded macro? Let's do it by going to Developer tab and Visual Basic. Now in this Project Explorer we can see our file. This is our file, and downwards we have module 4 written. This is module 4, and this is the name. We can find the name of our macro, which we given in the dialog box. And these comments were given by us on the description of the dialog box. And now there are two statements written by the record macro. These two statements are this one, and the second one is this one. What they are doing, let's understand this code. What is this? Let's do it by viewing our statement now. So this code was written by the record macro button. What we did here, we typed 25 in cell A1. What the macro was recorded, that range A1 dot select. What this mean, that first the cell A1 was selected, and then this formula was applied to the cell, active cell, which is here, and we typed here 25. If we run this macro again, what will happen? Let's remove it and now run this macro. What happened? you see that cell A1 is selected and the active cell dot formula was applied. Now what is the range? Let's see by right clicking this and seeing its definition. Cannot jump range because it is hidden. Let's show hidden members, and now again we see the definition. Now here it is, the range. Now it is showing that the range is a property and which is a read-only and member of the global class and the Excel library. If we call its help, okay, which will it's return the range that represents a cell or range of cells, its parameter, and so on and so on. And these are the examples of this object. Let's see our formula that the range and the cell A1 was selected in the parameter, and what this command is doing, that it is defined definition. They say, looking at the definition, the function, it is performing the function, the range, this is the function of this range object of Excel library. And what is the purpose of this command is expression that the syntax of this section select to select a cell or range of cells, use select method. And you see that when we have applied this command, the cell A1 will be selected and this cell A1 will become the active cell. Now this active cell is telling us that we are performing the next operation on the active cell. Now what is saying that it is also a property and of type range, and which is the part of global class and Excel library. Let's see what is return an object that represents the active cell in the active window or in specified window. What is saying that the example, see the example, worksheet.activate, so the active cell dot value. Let's see how it works, what this method is doing. That the property, again this is the property of type variant and the range belonging to the class range and Excel library. Now if we press F1 here again, we see that this property returns or sets the formula for object using R1C1 style notation in the language of macros. Read write variant. What actually is this command is doing? The active cell, let's make changes in this macro. Let's comment it, force to select cell A1 only. Whenever we change the cell, active cell, this statement will be executed, and whenever we run a macro on the active cell, the form value of the active cell will be written as what we write here in the double quotes. Let's run it. What happened? See, we change the active cell, the value of the cell is changing as well, the value of the active cell is changing as well. So what we saw here, that any recorded macro we can make changes as according to our requirement. That's it for today, and we will see you in the next lesson. Thank you.